How you guys doing? So I didn't know all that stuff that Sam said. I didn't know I was 8. I'm 8. That's pretty good. That's interesting. So I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Ruben Drones, obviously. Sam just told you guys. I didn't really prepare a speech because me and my wife were on vacation in Hawaii for the last week or so. But, you know, I've played football for over 20 years. And not the funny thing, but the thing is that throughout that 20 years of playing football, I had no idea what TBI was. I had no information about it. I didn't know that football would even cause those type of injuries. I mean, I knew there was some, knee problems, a couple of, shoulder injuries, and maybe some neck problems and spine things going on. But I had no idea the effects of brain injuries until after I retired in 2009. And just being able to see the research on what's going on and looking at some of the symptoms, Dr. Norris had a list of symptoms up there that, that people suffer from TBIs, and I probably have about 5 to 8 of them. And unfortunately, those things do take effect and do control your life unexpectedly. And I love it. I have a lovely wife, Emily, sitting here that really is patient with me because I do suffer from a little bit of depression at times. She probably doesn't know how much, but I do suffer from a little bit of depression, anger issues, mood swings. I've actually been diagnosed with a bit of depression. I mean, not depression, but dementia. And I'm only 38 years old, which is kind of sad here. But I've actually had some scans in my brain, and I was looking at some of these brains of some of these military vets, and I was like, whoa, that looks like mine. From what a lot of the neurologists have told me is the bruising under a football player's skull is really very, very difficult to heal because of all the pounding and you're basically your brain is hitting on. I'm sorry, you got to eat. Your brain is hitting on all bone, and so it's from looking at the images of my brain, looking at the images of a linebacker's brain, and looking at the images of a offensive lineman's brain, which is probably the worst brain I've ever seen. Usually you see a brain that's kind of smooth over, but these guys, I mean, you can take a sponge and squeeze it, and all the indentations in that sponge is looking. That's how a lineman's brain looks. So playing over 20 years, I've probably had on the record, I've probably had 3 concussions on the record. 2 of them in which I was completely knocked out, and the other ones, but with those 3, I probably had over 1,000 or more self-concussive blows, and those are the sparkles, the little lights, those lights in the sky that you see, and